This is in no way a Mazda commercial. What's up, guys? Today we're working on Ed's RX-8. We're gonna be replacing the water pump. Not too much to it, it doesn't look like, besides removing the belt, getting the water pump out, putting the new water pump in, and probably having to burp it so that there's no airs. We've got this lovely Easy Up, keeping it shaded. It's on its last leg, probably its last use, but it's working for now. So we're gonna get this water pump job started. We have to take all this stuff out, probably take out the air cleaner. Well, I don't know, we'll see what we end up taking out to make room, but we'll document it and we'll see. Alright, so we started by taking out the battery. He's working on taking out the second half of the battery tray right now. First half, right there with the battery. And once you take this out, it should give us enough space to take out the water pump pulley and then pull the water pump out too. The battery tray out of the way. Now he's just breaking the pulley bolts, not taking them off. Then we have to take the belt off by loosening the alternator on the bracket. Once the alternator gives enough slack, we'll pull this belt off. Then we'll take off this pulley. And then we'll start to pull out the water pump. But we're not going to take the belt off completely, we're just going to loosen it so that we can work around it. Otherwise we have to take off both belts.
That's what this bar's for.
Yep, it's the leverage bar. Alright. Took off the pulley from the water pump. You can tell it's been leaking. A sure sign of failure. And you see it's been dumping coolant all over the bottom of the engine, which sucks. But we're gonna fix that now. So we're gonna take these two nuts off, and it's just gonna loosen this bracket. We might have to take it off completely. All right, looks like 1, 2, 3 nuts have to come off. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts. There's another one right under here. Are coming out, and then this should just pull straight back, and we'll have the water pump removed. We have the new one off to the side over here. Fresh water pump seal, gasket, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty thick. Almost feels like there's metal in it. Probably there's metal in it. Comes with some fresh studs. We'll see if we have to use those or not. Alright, so the bracket does have to come out. There's one bolt on top that he's working on taking out right now.
Dad was saying you don't have to take it off. Oh, it's on the ground.
Now he dropped it on the floor. And then we got this off. Alright, now he's just taking the rest of the nuts and bolts off of the water pump. Make sure you have your catch can underneath, because it's going to start pouring. Just let your dog, just let your car keep finishing its thing. Pull out that shit.
There we go.
Cool. That's how long they are. So we got 5 long ones, 3 nuts. Water pump out.
Water pump out. I mean, it looks.
Let me just see if that's telling you it's bad that it was pushing water out of that little hole. Alright, take off the old gasket. Cool. Alright, we'll wait for it to slow down, we'll clean it up, and then we'll put the new stuff on. I got the new gasket right here. And it only goes on one way. You can see. Like, we're only gonna... It only goes in one way. So it goes in like this. Gotta be really careful, it's really delicate. Probably sensitive too. But we'll put it in, and then we'll get the new water pump and put it in and bolt everything up. Alright, so now we got the new water pump and everything in place. Everything's just not even finger tight yet. We have to torque everything to spec so we don't over tighten, don't break anything, but we make sure it still does what it's supposed to do and seals properly. So let's get that done. Grab the torque wrench. All right, so we torqued it all down. It was to about a little over 10 foot-pounds of torque. So we're gonna piece all this stuff back together. Make sure you get this bracket on right. So we got these. Don't forget the nut that's back here that you have to tighten. So this is how this goes. We won't tighten this until we have the belt back on, but it's here so we don't forget how everything goes. We need to put the pulley back on the water pump. We'll clean it up a little bit too, and then start it up, make sure there's no leaks after we fill the coolant back up. All right, let's do that. Right, so you got the water pump, the pulley, the bracket, everything's back in place. Now we just have to tighten the belt up. All right, so it's all buttoned up, the belt's all back on, pulleys together. We refilled it. It took almost a full gallon so far. We're gonna let it idle for a minute and then check the level again. But first we have to put the battery and everything back in.
Otherwise it won't start.
That stuff, just so we can start it, and then we'll see. All right, 2 10s for the bottom part of the tray. And we slide the top part on.
10 10.
10 10. 10 10 10. That 110 holding it down in the center. It's the last little piece of the bottom battery tray, so it's 3, that one, and the tube over there, under there, and under there. Good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, new battery in. Oh, old battery, but back in. All right, so we're burping it now. We started it once, let it idle for a couple seconds, and it sucked up all of the coolant that was in here. So we topped it back off to full. It's not getting warm. We're gonna do that again, probably 1 or 2 more times to make sure that it stays full of coolant and we don't run it dry. So far it's taken almost 1 complete gallon, almost exactly as much as we've dumped out of it. So we'll be going until it's good. Cool, so that's actually a pretty easy job, easier than he was thinking. This is the old water pump, got it replaced. Didn't take too long, maybe about an hour, hour and a half-ish. But thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. We really appreciate all of them, all of you. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
Also, look how gross that is.
Thanks for watching, guys.